Someone watching now probably noticed that. If you noticed that, then yeah, that's very good. But okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the code again then. So I'm going to refresh the page and enter my name. Now you can see my name's appeared, so just that semicolon making our whole application not working. You'll notice that we've got Alex in here and it has relayed the data back to us. So now that that functionality is complete, let's go ahead and duplicate the tab and enter another name. Okay, so you can see that now in both tabs we've got Billy and Alex, and you know, the data is essentially being relayed out. Let's go ahead and browse our table again. So, okay, after much debugging or trying to find out that particular error, we now have this functionality complete. The only thing we have now left to do is the unload. So we want to remove the username from the table. So what we're essentially doing is we're repeating the same process as we did here. So we use exactly the same post request, but we just change the action. Obviously we still supply the username. So the username, remember, is still stored up here, so we can use that to pass again and delete that as well. So we use a post HTTP request. We send two parameters to this, and that is the first one is the file, obviously, users.php, and the second is the username and then the action. So remember, the username we defined as the variable name username, and we're sending the username, and then the action that we're sending is left. So now that we send this on the window close or the window unload, we can go ahead in here and define our function down here, or add to our if statement. So at the end of this we want to say else if action is equal to left, and if the action is equal to left, we want to call the user left function. Okay, so let's go up and modify the user left function, or create our user left function. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and again sanitize the username, because we have the potential for SQL injection. So that's MySQL real escape string, and in there will go the username that we've already passed, and we want to go ahead and apply HTML. In fact, we don't really need to apply HTML entities to this in this case, because we're only deleting from the database. So the query is going to be, obviously in our MySQL query function, we want to say delete from users where username is equal to user underscore name, not none. Now there is a problem here in the fact that if two users were to have the same username, they both would be deleted, because we have a query here that deletes obviously all users with the username that's specified. So for example, if I was to go ahead and duplicate this once again, and I was to go ahead and type in Billy again, this is fine. We've now got two Billy users. However, when we close this window, you'll notice that, oh, okay, yeah, so right, okay, so yeah, we haven't obviously created this functionality yet, but when we do close the window, when this works, we'll be deleting this username, all usernames with the same username. So you can go ahead and in your own time work out how you would change this if you want to learn a bit more about this and test yourself. So now that we've done that, we're essentially done with that. So let's go ahead and actually call the function. So the function is user left, and we supply this a user name. So simple, we're now done. Let's go over to our browser. I'm just going to start by closing this and deleting all the records in the database, just so we can start from fresh and test it. So let's delete all records in there, and let's go back to the front. Okay, so Alex. Oh, okay, so I don't think that worked properly. Let's delete them. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and enter Alex. Alex is then stored in the database and is displayed out on the page, so we've got Alex there. I'm then going to go ahead and duplicate this tab, and I'm going to type in Billy. So Alex and Billy now exist in the table, or the database table. I'm going to duplicate again and type Julie. So we've now got three users that appear to everyone that's logged into this particular page shown online. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete and close Julie's tab, and open up these, and you can see that we only have the 2 names remaining. Now that the session that contained the variable Julie has gone, it was deleted from the database as well, because we passed it through to be deleted using our PHP script. So now I'm going to go ahead and close this Billy one, and you'll see that we have just left with Alex. So overall, this is a really good concept to get to grips with regards to jQuery's unload functionality and the document ready functionality, where you can go ahead and actually use HTTP requests again in jQuery. I tried not to base this too much around PHP, but we set an interval, which isn't a jQuery function, but it does the job. And inside here we send data. So we're sending data in 3 different instances. So if you haven't, if you've felt uncomfortable with HTTP requests in jQuery, then you should have learnt quite a bit about this. We've passed a couple of variables here, 1 variable here, and most importantly we've kept everything inside one users.php file, which is extremely important with regards to file handling or file and ensures that we don't have too many files with too many requests. So we've kept it all nice and neat and tidy. And obviously using this concept you can go ahead and expand and create something that works more like a chat system. If it's database based, it's usually quite straightforward, like this code has been quite straightforward, and you can usually achieve a really nice effect using these combinations. So that was a quick demonstration, or quite a long demonstration, of quite a basic ability to store and display to different users depending where they're logged in and what they have typed.